So you're now going to construct your own ray diagrams. You're going to need some paper to do this. I've got a copy of the worksheet here, or some lined paper is great. You're also going to need a ruler, you're going to need a pencil, and preferably a rubber as well in case you make a mistake. So as I said, you can use the worksheet. However, if you've just got lined paper to work with, lined is better than plain, simply because it's easier to see sort of horizontals and verticals. You're going to need to create yourself a principal axis going all the way across the page. Don't do it too near the top because you don't know where your image is going to be, how big it's going to be just yet. You're going to need to put in the middle of the page a lens, and remember the symbol for a convex lens has arrows pointing outwards at either end. You're going to need to mark some focal points in. About 2.5 centimetres works quite well. So 2.5 centimetres either side of that lens you can mark in a focal point. And then the first ray diagram we're doing then is for the camera, and we're taking a picture of an object that's a long way away. So you're going to mark in an object that's a long way away from the lens, much bigger than 2 focal lengths away. So just checking there, 2 focal lengths would be 5 centimetres. That's more than 5 centimetres, so I'm good with that. Okay, I'm just going to move back to the worksheet then to do the rest of it, and obviously you can carry on your piece of paper if you want to. So we're going to draw in our 2 most important rays, rays 1 and 2 of our 3 important rays, and ray 1 is coming in and it's going to be parallel to the principal axis. Here we go. When it meets the lens, it's going to zoom down through the principal focus on the other side of the lens. So that's great. I've got my object here, principal focus on either side of the lens, and that's what my first ray is doing. It's usual to add in some arrows so that you can show the person looking at your ray diagram that you know which direction the light is travelling. So the other ray of light that's coming from my object that's really useful to me is the one that leaves the top of the object and it zooms down and it passes through the centre of the lens and it doesn't change direction. So there's this ray of light here. Now we can see the point where our 2 rays of light cross, and we can draw in our image at this point. And looking at our image compared to our object, we can see that it's smaller, it's diminished. It's a real image because real rays of light have crossed at this point. And it's upside down compared to the object, so it's inverted. If we wanted to check if we've got this right, we can always put in our ray number 3 of our 3 important rays, which, if you remember, comes in through the principal focus and then it leaves parallel to the principal axis. And if you notice, that actually passes through the same point.